Okay, I want to welcome you all to today's training. We are glad that you have joined us today. I'm Mrs. Shirley Abedi-Boafo, the founder and CEO of NCVO Ghana. We want to know where you have joined us from. So if you can put in the chat your name, your organization, your email address, and if possible, your contact number. Just a little bit about NCVO Ghana. Those of you who don't know NCVO Ghana, NCVO Ghana is an umbrella organization in Ghana set up as an independent consultancy charity organization that provides a range of services and guidance to NGOs and their trustees that work in Ghana. Our aim is to support and promote the NGO sector in Ghana to help them run their organizations effectively. As we are all aware, we know NGOs around the world makes a lot of difference to a lot of people. So it's very, very important that they are supported. That is why NCVO Ghana was set up to support the sector in Ghana. But because of time, you can visit our website, NCVO Ghana, for more information. But before we start the training, I just quickly want to go over a few housekeeping items. Can we all ensure our audios are muted? Secondly, I think the video suit should be turned off because of the internet strength. Thirdly, this training is going to be recorded, so we'll send the link to you as soon as the recording is ready. For your information, our next training is going to be on the 8th of September, and the topic is going to be the role of branding for building effective NGOs. The role of branding for building effective NGOs. So we'll send the link around for everybody to register. I want to welcome everyone once again, especially our guests from around the world. We have people join us from Nigeria, from Sierra Leone, from Cameroon, from Ghana, from Dubai, and obviously from UK as well. You are really, really welcome to today's training. I want to quickly introduce the trainer to you. Her name is Madam Amma Manson. She's a coach, an educator, and a Black excellence advocate. But I would love Auntie Amma to introduce herself, because I know that she's the best person to introduce herself to us. So please, Auntie Amma, the platform is yours.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, I am the worst person to introduce myself, because introducing yourself is a tough exercise. Anyway, my name is Amma Manson. You will find me on social media. That's my brand name, in fact. I have an official name, but most people recognize the brand name. So that's exactly what we stick to. It was my maiden name. I am now married, so I use my marital name. So the Manson has changed officially. But I am a social media person. I run a few advocacies on social media, and I'm hoping that I would be able to bring that experience to you in the NGO sector. I can tell you one or two things that I have learned about social media and how to leverage social media for whatever you do. And that's what today's session is actually about. We're going to talk to, for some of you who are experienced, it might be teaching you to suck eggs, but because I'm not sure where everybody is, I'm going to start from the absolute basics. If you are not that basic, would you please forgive me and just bear with me, so everybody, regardless of what the starting point is, can make progress as we go along. So the chat is available for you to put your comments in. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. If it is really urgent and I haven't seen it, then feel free to unmute yourself, excuse yourself, and just pop your question to me. But please remember to mute yourself afterwards, so other people don't get feedback from the experience. All right, Auntie Shirley, that's it. That's all the introduction. Are we ready to go?
Yes, we are. We are.
Oh, let me load so that we have the information from the screen, and you can see what it is that I have prepared for us to use. Right. We will get it right in a minute. There we go. So my internet has decided that it will do exactly what it wants. So please bear with me whilst I catch myself up to where it should have started from. Right. So I've used that silly picture over there because that's my main Facebook page profile. So if you want to check me out, it's at Amma Manson1 on Facebook and YouTube. And we purpose. So for some of you who are in the NGO sectors, the purpose might be to communicate your NGO's objective. It might be to connect with other like-minded people. Right, can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So I'm sure everyone, well, I can
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Can everybody hear
Yes,
me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. For a little while, it made a noise, so I wasn't sure whether you can hear me. Thank you.
We can.
Right, so we were looking at how to create your Facebook. I'm not going to go through the actual mechanisms of setting it up, but I want to go through the rationales, the reasons why you should do it, and the very basics of how to do it. So I want you to know the key social media platforms. There are many, but at the moment, there are 4 main ones that you should be operating on if you're looking to be with the Joneses. We will identify those 4. We will talk about the different types of content that you create. I think a lot of people are used to live video, and people would always go live and put everything live. But it's not always just video, and it's not always just live. That leverages what you can get across to the audience. I'll explain the advantages and disadvantages of the various ways of creating content to you as we go along. I will give you a few tools alongside on how to grow your audience. So assuming you start a Facebook page on zero, a few things that you can do to attract people to your page, to get the right people to stay on your page, and to get your message across. We have to learn to engage our audience. And in order to engage your audience, you will have to get in with the data. You need to know who they are. You need to know what they are interested in. And you need to predict what content they are likely to prefer to consume, so that you produce those contents, they consume those contents, and they stick to your platform and bring other people on. So the 4 platforms which seem to have the greatest leverage at the moment. I know there's a lot of noise about TikTok, but it's just up and coming. It still has questions about legality and a few things, so it's not quite established yet. But the main ones are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Those are the 4 main ones, and I'm not going to spend ages on each one of those, not the purpose of today, but just to give you the general ideas, the general principles of growing across each of these platforms. So not just on Facebook or YouTube, but the general things that could help you grow on Instagram and on LinkedIn as well. Start with Facebook. When you come on Facebook, most people will see a personal profile. And I've seen organizations try to operate a Facebook personal profile. It is actually not legal. A personal profile should be you as a person. And if you represent an organization, or you have a business, or for whatever reason you have a fan group, you should have a Facebook fan page. I want to know in the chat who operates a Facebook fan page. Does anybody operate a Facebook fan page? Does anybody operate a Facebook fan page? Okay, anyone with a Facebook fan page? Okay, no, all right. And Shirley, I think your organization's one is a fan page. You have a Facebook page, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, right. So if you are somebody who is using, you need to double check one, that you actually operate from a fan page. And the advantage of operating a fan page is very simple. Facebook assumes that your personal profile, your main Facebook profile, even if you set it to public, it is personal. And because it's personal, you have some privacy connotations to it. When you put content on your personal profile, Facebook will not share it as freely as it would if it was on a public fan page, because information on a public fan page is supposed to be disseminated. And so they don't anticipate any issues, any concerns, if they would share your information from a fan page. So you will find that your fan page, the videos and the content you put on the fan page is likely to be suggested to people who watch similar things and consume similar things. I think you've all noticed on Facebook, you open a video you like, you watch that video, and when that video finishes, without you doing anything, Facebook automatically shows you a similar video of somebody you often don't even know, whose name you've probably never heard before. But Facebook pre-populates it for you, and it comes from here. Those are fan pages, things that operate in fan pages get disseminated a lot easier. So you want to operate a Facebook fan page. If you don't know how to set one up, I will show you some resources at the end that you might use to set one up for yourself. One of the things I always say to organizations and people who run organizations is that you make sure that the fan page is opened personally by you, or even if it's being done for you, that the email address and the contact details that are used to make that fan page are yours. Because the person whose details is used to create the page is actually the intellectual rights owner of the page. They may give you access to it and you might use it. But as far as Facebook is concerned, or as far as YouTube is concerned, as far as any of these platforms is concerned, the email address used to open it is the intellectual rights owner, unless it is overtly transferred to you. And sometimes it will have to be transferred to you via the legal channels. It's just complicated, a lot easier if you open it yourself. If you have a Facebook fan page already, you should also be looking at groups, specific interest groups on your page. So on my personal one, I have the parents group, I have the business group, I just have the chit chat group, and each group is for a specific niche. It allows people of a specified interest to engage with each other to build a community. If you have a Facebook group, you will know that in a group, you can actually share documents. You can create documents and brand them within Facebook and disseminate it to people in the group. You can have learning units, especially for those of you who are charities and want to help and train people. You would want people to get information, and it's easiest to disseminate information in the groups so that people who are in a group are of a specific interest, and you can put documents and you can share. You can go live in a group and on a Facebook page just as you could do on your personal profile, but it gives you a little bit more in terms of management with the Facebook page and the groups. I will leave Facebook here. The next thing is YouTube. YouTube remains one of the biggest platforms for video. So obviously most people know that you find videos in YouTube, but you also can build a community of following, fanatical community of following from YouTube videos. So you make your YouTube videos about your charity's work. It will let people understand what it is you do. It will let people see the authenticity of your work. It will help people to connect. So after a while, you don't really need to come and make big speeches about what you do. What you do is represented on the channel, and anybody can go to the channel, easily follow what you have done on the channel and see for themselves what you do. So for charities, the YouTube page is a very, very good one in building the community using your videos. Instagram, owned by Facebook, is mainly picture and video based. It used to be 1 minute videos, but they've started Instagram TV, and you can go up to an hour. You can go live in Instagram. If you are looking for younger audiences, Instagram is your place. Facebook, as my kids will tell you, is for dinosaurs, it's for old people. But if the people you are looking to engage are slightly older, you might want to look at Facebook. If you are looking at teenagers and people in their early 20s, you might want to look at Instagram. If it is funding you are interested in, if it is for professional connections, if you are looking for people to look at you seriously, then LinkedIn might be the profile to look at. And yeah, each one of these requires a little bit of a session on its own, but I wanted to open today with just this bit. Let's come back to you guys. Let me stop sharing and let me come to you in the chats. I don't know if anybody has any questions at this point, or is everybody okay? Are you happy for me to proceed? If you're happy for me to proceed, just write yes in the comments.
I think there's a question in the chat. Sarah has just asked that when you say groups, do you mean groups on the Facebook or joining a group that already exists?
No, you create your own groups on Facebook, on your Facebook page. So you go to your Facebook page and link to your Facebook page, you will have groups, and you can have a few groups linked to the same Facebook page so that it's easy to monitor, it's easy. Yeah, other people's groups that you join are created in that manner. Does that answer your question, Sarah? I hope.
Yes, she says, okay, thank you.
Okay, pleasure. Any other questions at this point, or is everybody okay? Can we continue? Okay, doesn't look like there is any questions, but if something comes up, oh, I've seen something. Is the business Facebook page same as the fan page? A fan page, it is a fan page, but you can open a fan page for business purposes. You can open a fan page to start an e-commerce shop. You can start a fan page as a public figure. You can start a fan page as a musician or as a music chart. There are many categories under the fan pages. And when you are setting up your fan page, you select the most suitable purpose for you. And depending on the purpose you select, Facebook will give you a theme with things that are likely to be needed for that. For example, if you're a charity, there's no need to give you a shop because you are not likely to be selling anything. But if you are making an e-commerce page, then it will give you a shop category because for an e-commerce page, you need to be selling. Somebody who is looking to go into, I don't know, somebody who is a musician and looking to connect with their audience will not need the same tools as somebody looking to start a shop. So you set the purpose and you select the theme based on your purpose. But yeah, they are all classed by Facebook as fan pages for different purposes. Sarah, I hope, or was it Frank this time? Okay, I hope that answers the question. If not, please pose the question again and I will revisit. If everybody's happy, I will continue. Okay. Right, so you want to start your Facebook presence, Instagram, whatever, your social media presence. The first thing you need to do is actually choose your objective. What's your purpose for that Facebook, for that Instagram, whatever social media platform you are going on? What is your actual objective? Are you looking for brand awareness? Then you are showcasing a brand. And if you are showcasing a brand, you will select themes that allow you to showcase. If you are here for public engagement, you might select a public figure platform and just go for public engagement. If you are looking for outreach, are you looking to advertise? What exactly is the purpose for your social media presence creation? And if you know the objective, it influences the tools you select so that what you create is actually fit for purpose from the very beginning. Okay. Now you've got your fan page, you've created your YouTube, whatever. The next important thing to worry about is what it is that you're going to put on there, right? We have different things that you can put on any platform. You can put video, you can put text, or you can combine and produce things like infographics. You can have still images, you can have annotated images. These days, you can even do artificial intelligence videos, which allows the person's name from Facebook to be picked up so that the video actually mentions their name. There are so many little tricks and tools that you can use to create your audience, but you need an awareness of the different type of things that you can engage the audience with and the advantages and disadvantages of each. So let's start with text. Text is one of the oldest ways of getting information. It's straight to the point. It doesn't waste time. It just presents what it is. The unfortunate thing is, if you come from the community we do, most of us are allergic to reading. We don't read. So good for you that you've got fantastic text and you write long episodes of things. Most people see your long post, they roll their eyes, they go past it, and your information is lost on them. So depending on who it is that you are targeting, unless you are looking at academics and people who love reading, and your niche market is people, authors, or people who are into the text, then you want to limit your text, because too much text will get you it will not get you very far, because most people will not engage. Images are good. An image might grab people's attention, but unfortunately, an image alone does not always communicate what it is that you want to get across accurately. So you might want to combine the text and image thing into an infographic, or you might even do, these days, you can cartoonize absolutely anything. If you can find new ways that people find funny, people find interesting, and that's why video remains one of the most popular things to do, because video has engaged quite large audiences. In ways, it's the best way to engage people. It's only now that people are getting bored of old style videos that you see people who are upping their game, adding questions, and artificial intelligence allowing people's names to be picked up from the profiles to go in the video. We are getting to see personalized videos, but they would go under that umbrella. I see a question from Albert. Creating those pages, are they involved any cost? No, Albert Kamara, the good thing right now is most social media platforms are actually free. Don't think that Mark Zuckerberg is doing you a favor. He's not. What he's doing is making sure that you come on for free so he can advertise, other people pay Mark Zuckerberg to advertise their business to you whilst you are watching Facebook. So we all see the sponsored posts and you see the advertisements come on. Yeah. You are there to consume the advert, is why he allows you to be there for free. So you want to leverage that and use that to your advantage as well. Yeah. It doesn't involve any cost unless you want to pay somebody to do it for you, which I don't recommend anyway. It's best, even if you are in an organization and you have an IT person who deals with these things, it's still best for those of you at the head of the organizations to know what it is that these IT guys are doing, so that if they are working, you would know. If they are not working, you would know. Otherwise, you would be a fool at the head of an organization with little boys and girls running rings around you without a clue what's going on. You think they are busy doing a lot of things, but they might not be doing anything. And what they are creating for you might not even be fit for purpose. Okay. In as much as you are using it to gain something for yourself. Yeah, you can use it for whatever. Business pages, fan pages, they are still free to do on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. All the platforms I've actually mentioned are free. And that's why you want to get on there. That's where the action is. You want to get in. With Instagram, what may you recommend is the best engagement formats? So Instagram themselves have actually tagged themselves as a picture platform. The best thing to do on Instagram is an image. It might be best if you have an image with an annotation. Like I said, just a picture could communicate many things, might not be what you want. You might want to put a few lines underneath the image. You might want to convert it into a very good infographic and pop it on Instagram with a few hashtags, and you're not doing badly at all. Yes, paid ads can be good. Sarah, paid ads can be bang on the money, but you have to know what you're doing with paid ads. My husband and I have a joke. The first paid ad we run, I ended up paying Facebook to attract a lot of pedophiles and weirdos to contact me and send me body parts that I didn't want to see, because I did not understand the ads. I did not understand targeting. I didn't know what I was doing. So I selected a few random things I thought I was doing really well, until the adverts started attracting a group of people I did not want to contact me. And they were contacting me for purposes that I didn't need. So I was actually paying Facebook to find me abusers. I almost cried. My husband found it hilarious that had happened, and we learned a few lessons from there. So yeah, Sarah, if you're going to do paid ads, there are many different ways of doing the ads. You have to know your game, otherwise it will be a waste of your money. You really have to know the game. You really know what it is you are looking for, and you make sure that it's targeted tightly to purpose, so it attracts the very people you want. You do not want to leave anything open, because it will bring you randoms you don't want. You only want the people you are interested in, the people who are likely to buy your service for the people who are likely to contribute to your cause, the people who are interested in what you represent, to see your advertisements, because they are the ones most likely to respond. And that's a session on its own. But yeah, is everybody okay? Can I proceed? If you are good, I'll proceed. I'll come back in another 5 minutes, come check, see if there are any questions, then I will answer them and we continue. Okay, right. One of the most important things, which is the silliest thing to say to anybody, is that if you're going to run a Facebook page, a group, a fan page, whatever you want to call it, you have to have a good message, a useful message. You have to deliver something of value. You really have to be a content creator. What you can't be is somebody who is a noisemaker on social media. Noisemakers, they attract large attention for a while, and then everybody, there's a huge exodus afterwards. There is absolutely no retention. It is not a strategy for longevity. If you are here for longevity, you want to do organic growth. That's the term, organic growth, real growth. You attract people who are really interested in what it is you do, and you attract them naturally. They come across your video, they like you, they come to your page, they follow you, and they will never unfollow. They see your message, they relate to your message, they invite other people to come to the page who are likely to like what you do, and they stay. And in order to do organic growth, you have to deliver good information, useful messages. The technical term in social media is inbound marketing. You've got to draw the crowds, dangle a carrot, something they need, something they want, and they follow that item and come into your page. And then once they see those items and they see you deliver regularly, they will stay and they become your followers. Those people become like family members. So on my page, and there are people who've been there from day one. They've watched every single video. They will WhatsApp me on a daily basis. They are there and they will send me 10, 20 people per week to come follow me. And yeah, they will tell me, yeah, I've asked such a person to follow you and the person will follow you. That's organic growth. And that's the kind of growth you want to do. Because once you get people on board, once people see your vision, when they share it with you, they will go every length with you, especially for those of you who are charities. You definitely want that. You want that kind of fanatical following, people who will support you and will help you get where you want to get to. You want to make sure that that message is actually currently relevant. And for those of you who might be new to content creation, if you go to YouTube, for example, you can go to YouTube and search popular topics, things that people are talking about on Facebook, topics which are getting attention that week. Same with Facebook. You can actually find out what people are talking about globally, what people are interested in. And when you know your audience, you want to go and search what your audience is actually consuming and appreciating at that time. And you want to distinguish your message from the masses. So at the moment, everybody is talking about Tracy Boakye. I think I did a video on that Tracy Boakye, Miss Bell saga, but my video was tongue in cheek. It was very different. I was singing a silly song, but I was not actually saying the word. I think that video in under a week, if I'm not mistaken, was like 50-something thousand views. And my page used to have 500 views not too long ago. It's because that I understood the value of the message and the relevance of the message and distinguishing my message from everybody else. And on every video you make or every infographic you make, one of the first things you want to make sure you do is that you have branded that page to include a signpost directing people to your social media or directing them to your website, helping them to recognize your name, your brand, your logo, whatever. But yeah, you want to signpost consumers to your vision. They need to be clear who you are: educator, motivator, coach. Those things are on as my signpost, so people can work out what it is exactly I'm on about, what I represent. When they come to the page, there is no confusion what I represent. Let's come back and have a look at some of your questions. Adams, you want the presentation? No problem. Presentation can be yours. No worries. Yes. It's an easy one to fix. Right, any other questions, folks, or is everybody okay? I hope I'm not overwhelming you. This is a topic I love to talk about. And because I love to talk about that one, I tend to, yeah, fly off the handle sometimes. If I'm flying off the handle, if it's too much, stop me. Okay, there is absolutely no problem with that. Let me know if you want me to slow down, to clarify anything, to revisit anything. I want it to be useful to you.
I think so far so good. We are doing well. We are really following.
You are following. Thank God.
Following. Perfect. Yeah.
No questions. We will continue. Just feel free. I think Clifford has unmuted himself. Clifford, do you have a question? No? Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Okay.
No problem. All right, we'll continue. So you have to have a message. The message has to be current. It has to be relevant, but it has to be distinguishable from everybody's message. Yours has to be different. And for me, the tool I actually use to distinguish my messages is humor. I am a comedian. I am a joke. I joke about things. The way I say it is funnier than usual. So even if you've heard the same message a million times, you come across my own, you laugh, you call me a few names, but you remember mine. Humor is the distinguishing feature for me. Sometimes I wipe the humor so that I am straight. And because I'm always laughing, I'm always playing. When I wipe the smile off my face, everybody knows this is serious. You know, again, the chop and change allows you to distinguish, so your consumers cannot predict you to a T, because predictability can also be boring. You want to be consistent, but you do not want to be too predictable, right? Identify the best way to present your message. So you've got your message. How would you present it? Are you going to use humor? Would you use video? Would you use infographics? And whatever you do, you need to have variety. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the content creators calendar. Has anybody come across a content creator calendar before? A lot of these things are on the market. They are not free. They are for sale. They are calendars, and the calendars tell you silly things like, on Monday the 1st, make sure you share something about your vision. So that day, all the posts you make on your platform is about your vision. The next day, it will tell you to share something about your favorite personality, so that the content is not one way, not always about your brand, not always about yourself, not always about bring me money, let me do charity. No, 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 no. We are doing charity, but you might want to do features of people who are iconic in the charity industry. You might want to talk about projects that have been successful. You might want to signpost other charities occasionally. You might want to do training and let it be visible that it's training day. And if you are somebody who has creativity issues, then a content creators calendar is a good one, because it tells you the theme. And you use that theme to select what tools you're going to use to present to your audience that day. Whatever you do, make sure you've left your contact details, or you've branded what it is you are putting out, so people can always follow that and come back to find you. It's called signposting. So you might put your YouTube channel on the infographic, or you might put your Facebook link, you might tag it to your website, you might leave a telephone number or whatever. But yeah, you have to leave your contact details. Make sure there is some audit trail, so that people who chance on it accidentally can follow that audit trail and discover you and might become your followers. Target your audience. Who do you want to follow your page anyway? You want middle-aged women to follow your page. Good. How do you attract middle-aged women? Middle-aged women are interested in marriage. So if you are looking to attract middle-aged women, you are going to have to put on some phenomenal content on marriage. Either that we decide to bash men. If we decide to bash men and call them names, all the middle-aged disappointed women will be there instantly, because a lot of us want to bash men. If you are not going to bash men, then you have to give us advice on how to recover from what the men have done to us. So if you put content out which allows people to build their self-esteem, to discover themselves after they've been left, if you tell them that they don't have to kill themselves because of a divorce, if you put message like that about self-esteem, people like us who have been through the mill and need a little bit of TLC will lap it up. So you have to know us. You have to know what would attract us. You need to know what we are into. And then you create the content to target what we are into. Then we would consume what you've put out because it is in our lane. It is our taste. Okay. Sarah says it would be helpful to get your opinion on, if you are charity, how can you distinguish a message and not be so deep and serious all the time when your work is around quite a serious taboo topic? I wish I could show you one. Let me have a look and see how I could make this happen. How could I make this happen so I could show you one? Right, I'm going to change this page onto Facebook. No, I've gone to the wrong one. Bear with me. I knew that would happen. I'm trying to find a page that might be useful. Let's come on the app, so it's not letting me see the browser. I was going to show you something on Facebook. I would have shown you the Facebook video I put out. Don't worry, I will give the video link to Auntie Shirley so she can circulate the video as well. That video was actually talking about the Tracy Boache saga. I was talking about women and why women should respect themselves. I was calling people Ashawo, basically, for activities that are under the Ashawo umbrella, but I was actually playfully doing it. I was singing it. And the reference song was Flavor Nabania song, Ashawo. So I never really said the word. I just said, hey, flavor nibia, flavor. It's those things. Knowing when to take the edge of things with humor. Knowing when to take the edge of things with diversion. Making sure that as you present your heavy topic, you also find variety in bringing things about empowerment, success stories of people who may have recovered from what it is you talk about, people who've moved on and have done well, and you will bring their success periodically as a beacon of hope for the rest of them who might be going through whatever that is at the time. It just takes the edge off. And yeah, it's very important. I've been to a few charities websites and I'm like, will somebody put on a dirge, please? Put on a dirge. It's a funeral around here anyway. So put on a dirge and let's cry. We might as well finish it off. No, you want people who come to your page to see that you're a serious page, but no, you don't want to depress them whilst they are there. If their life is anything like mine, going to depressive places is an absolute no-no for me. So you will find that we avoid the page because it's too heavy. You have to lighten it up a bit. You have to find other things, even if they are related or even if they are unrelated, you have to bring other things to the platform so that it's not one way. When it is one way, it is difficult for the consumer. And it's nearly impossible to retain people. So target your audience. Are you into men? What are men into? My husband doesn't like the things I like. But if you want to attract my husband, you have to put out a different kind of content. That's why I said from the very beginning, one of the most important things for you is clarity on your audience. So now we've got a page where, hey, congrats, well done. You've started a group where, hey, how do you grow your audience? Well, a lot of us will make our page, we will stay on our page, and we think our page alone is going to allow us to grow. It is an absolute myth. It won't. You are going to have to learn to collaborate. You are going to have to learn to work with people. And I'm going to talk to you about etiquette straight up. So cross-post to other pages and platforms. Yes, you should. Because these other pages and platforms, they have audiences. Sometimes they have fanatical followings. They might be related to what it is you do, and you want them to see your content. Good for you. can you make sure that the first thing you do is due diligence to the platform owners, to the admin? A simple DM to an admin, hey, thank you for adding me. What are the rules of engagement? And they'll tell you. If it's not clear, you would go back to them and ask, hey, I have a page, it's on, I don't know, child molestation. I am looking to do such a thing. Would it be okay if I post my content here periodically? And in most cases, when you ask politely, most group people would say yes. But if you don't ask, and suddenly there is an influx of everything from your page onto their group or onto their platform, you irritate them. And it's the worst thing you want to do, because all it takes is a few people reporting you to Facebook, reporting you to YouTube. You will get done for not following community standards. And yes, you might end up in jail, Facebook jail. You might be blocked. You might be stopped from publishing for significant periods of time. And that is terrible for business. That is awful. You don't want to be found there. Okay, that noise suggests that we might have a question. So let me go to the questions and have a look. Pleasure, Sarah. This ceremony is very interesting and impressive with your good presentation. Oh, thank you, Techno. Thank you, really appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Right, so do due diligence, please do due diligence, please do use etiquette. Just as you have to be courteous when you meet people in person, remember that we are virtual, but we are still people, all right? You meet people and you would deal with them in a particular way. Well, when you meet them, it's a Facebook page, but it's a person behind the page or people behind the page. Just as you would comport yourself in person, should you do virtually as well. So cross posts, definitely share to other pages, certainly, but please make sure that your posts are welcome and they are invited and the admins know that you will. There are times when there's a platform in Ghana, and I just paid them recently a small amount, nominal amount of money. It's for business people to advertise, but I didn't want to advertise business. I want to put out my content for a reason. So I paid them. And I said to them, hey, I'm paying, but it's not a business I'm advertising. It is content for my page. They were like, okay, well, hey. So I've paid, but I'm not dumping everything from my pages every day instantly on there. I am posting 2 items, one in the morning, one in the evening. So it is not irritating, so people don't get desensitized to the message. And so you have to apply common sense in doing those things. The second thing is to host programs on your platform and invite other people on as guests. It really helps. I have heard the sound, so I'm going back to check in the comments. Have we had any further questions? Oh, okay, there are no further questions, so let's continue. When any further questions come, I will address them accordingly. Okay, so, okay, I know you were a charity, okay? I know you are talking about female genital mutilation. I know it is a bit heavy, okay? So what you want to do is maybe do a lot of work around women empowerment. So not just mutilation, empowerment. And occasionally you might bring survivors of mutilation, and then you might bring people who are resource people who talk about mutilation. And occasionally you might even decide to talk about women in industry and a few other things that the women who have been mutilated also will be interested in. I know we have been mutilated, but goodness, we don't want to discuss only that every day. We want variety. So you host programs, sometimes you do uplifting programs, sometimes you put information about the things you represent, sometimes you do programs about what you are doing and the things that your charity has achieved, and so on. Variety of things on programming. And if you go into program, you want to schedule, okay? People like to have a schedule. People would like to know that, so most people know that I run from Thursdays to Sundays. The times might vary slightly because it's not fixed. It works around my life, but you can sort of expect when shows will happen live. Outside those times, you know, I'll flick the camera on whenever I feel like it. And I do the short videos and it goes, but the page is maintained active at all times. I am either running a watch party or uploading a new video or going live about something or shooting something from somewhere else. But there's always content to consume. That's what you want your page to be. You want it to be busy, right? I can around, so maybe we have a question. Right, Clifford, is that you? Did you have a question? No? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. I had a sound, so I thought there might have been a question.
The sound is when people are joining.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
Joining and coming off. Yeah, that's why you hear the sound, because you are hosting. You're a host. That's why.
Okay. So
I
assumed it might have come from the chats, and that's why I keep double checking. It doesn't matter. It's good to check the chats anyway. Right, so you are hosting your own shows on your little page with 3 followers. You are getting nowhere. You have to get clever. So you know Auntie Shirley is a big woman. Auntie Shirley has been doing charities for a while. Auntie Shirley has a good following. So what you do is host a program and you invite Auntie Shirley to come to the page. And Auntie Shirley comes and she's amazing. Everybody loves her. Auntie Shirley's friends come to your page and they stay on your page because they see it's a worthy one. You know, you get the drift, right? Yeah. Sometimes you might even pay a big name account holder. And some of them do charge, some of them do it for free. It really doesn't matter. And even if you're a charity and somebody huge and relevant and somebody who might be a very strategic person to bring to the page, you might just pay them whatever it is they charge to bring them to the page to come and talk. Because remember, they will share it to their page as well. And the people on their pages will see your content. And if you are clever in signposting, people who see you on their platforms will follow your signpost and come to your page. So you might get a big influx of people if you target the right people to collaborate with. It's a strategy worth exploring. It's a strategy you need to think through, but it works. It works, right? You might create a newsletter. And if you create a newsletter, you have to be very smart in having a funnel which allows you to get people's email addresses before they get access to your email or your mailing list, or they get your newsletter, or they get your booklet or pamphlet or whatever. They are called funnels. You have to have somebody, if you don't know what to do, you get a marketing person, a social media marketing person to create a funnel for you. And the funnel presents, it dangles the carrot. Hey, come and get a free ebook. But before you get a free ebook, put your email address here. And every time that email address comes, you want it to go into your mailing list. And maybe once a month or twice a month or whatever frequency is sensible to you, you will send information about your charity's upcoming events. It might be training. You might tell them about projects that you've done in the past, and then you call them to action to fund and to sponsor future projects or invite them to partner. But you want to get information to people. Well, how do you get information to people when you don't have their contact details? You want to harvest contact details, and creating a funnel is a very important thing for you. So I just took this from my page. From the 4th of August to the 10th of August, I have actually transformed the people who watch my page. For the previous period, it was getting very funny. It was this age of men between 45 and 54 who were my biggest viewers. And I knew that those men had been addressed, their needs had been met. It meant that the females had not necessarily received their needs, and I didn't want to ignore them. And I wanted to make sure younger audiences were also appreciating my content. So you will find that I started talking about some issues with traveling and immigration and the difficulties we face when we leave our home countries and hometowns, blah, blah, blah. Those topics are appreciated by younger people. So clearly it was a strategy which worked. My greatest viewers were women between the ages of 25 and 34. Those are very tricky customers to actually get on board. So the interventions I did this week have been bang on the money. It has brought in exactly who I wanted to come watch. They appreciated it. My next target group will be to put out some content for young teenagers. The 13 to 17-year-olds are not seeing anything of the content I put because it's actually adult material. So if you follow my page, you will see that over the next couple of weeks or so, I will start putting content for children because I want to make sure they are also served. And then I might look at the 55 to 64s. You know, you have to engage with your audience regularly so that you know the audiences that you need to focus on, so that you know which ones should receive attention and which ones you can leave for a little bit because you've served well and so on. Yeah? Okay. Any questions?
I think there are 2 questions on the chat.
Okay. Madam, as you're demonstrating with these presentations, which type of software are you using? It's very interesting. I wish I could tell you it was something very technical so that I would feel very clever. No, we are actually sharing on Zoom, and all I'm showing you is a PowerPoint presentation. That's it. Yes, PowerPoint. Oh, that's another one. Goodness gracious. When I work with a few charities, and when you ask them to send the presentation to you, Lord Almighty, please, a PowerPoint is not a textbook, okay? A PowerPoint is a presentational tool. No, you don't write everything you're about to say on a PowerPoint. You just put a simple picture. It's just a visual aid. The explanation should flow authentically. No, don't write everything on the PowerPoint. And please, yes, use interesting colors, okay? Things that make people notice. No, don't put all the pictures from your childhood on one slide. No. Please diversify things a little bit. Make sure that it's possible for your audience to stay with your presentation. Because yeah, sometimes you look at the presentation and you're like, we need a session on PowerPoint. Yeah, advanced PowerPointing is actually a course. And if you are somebody who does presentation or delivery of any kind, advanced PowerPointing would be a course I would recommend because it will help you engage better with your audience. It helps. How to use e-commerce. Okay, e-commerce is selling on the internet. So a website which sells stuff is an e-commerce website. I have an e-commerce website. And if you go on my website, you can book a consultation with me. If you go on my website, you can book for me to look over your child's school report and give you an action plan. You might buy some souvenirs and t-shirts and stuff like that from my website. That's an e-commerce website. Commerce is about money, selling. Yeah? Okay, so how to use e-commerce. Now that's a whole session on its own. If deciding to use newsletters, how long should they usually be? Sarah, you don't want to engage the audience more than 10 minutes of reading. That's it at a time. And if you can cut it back to 5, even better. Especially if you are only going to use text. We will not read past 2 minutes. You are going to have to infuse your text with pictures, with videos, with a lot of things. And yes, there are many, many applications and tools available now which allow you to build some on-point newsletters to put out. Don't use Word. Please don't use Word. And if you are going to use Word, make sure you are really skilled in infusing the text with pictures and other breaks so that the audience does not get bored. But if you are not that savvy, you might want to go and get things, other tools that will help you better than Word. Okay? Right, pleasure, sis. Okay, any further questions, people? If there are no further questions, then we can move on.
Okay, so, can I quickly ask a question? You know that this slide that you just used, like the what's it called? The insights. Can you explain how people can get that on their website, or how people can find that even on their, because I know you can find this information on your page.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain it so that people know how to use that, because I think it's a very, very useful tool.
Yeah. If you go to Facebook and you look usually on the left side of the page, you see some things like Insights, Creator Studio. Yeah, Insights is where you want to go. And if you go into Insights, you can select to see your insights by week, or you might decide to see your insights per month. You can even go all the way to annual and see your insights. You may see your insights in terms of people who have come to view your content. You might look at the insights in terms of audience retention. You might even see where your audience are coming from. So it might show you things like people who watch your content are 85% of them are your page followers. What percentage of them are coming from other people's recommendations? What percentage of them are coming from shares? and so on. And if all your things are coming from shares, then you want to find who is sharing them.
Yeah, right.
Share it for you. Sometimes a lot of you think sharing the content works, but if you go in your analytics, you will find that only 2% of the shares have actually brought anybody. So sharing to places doesn't seem to be working for you. Maybe for you, the main thing is to focus on people who are on your page, because 90% of the people who watch your video are followers of your page. You also want to look at your net follows. So people follow your page and people unfollow your page. And if large numbers of people are unfollowing your page, then you are doing something which is putting them off once they've come to the page. And you want to go find out why you are putting them off.
Okay.
And you want to stop whatever you're doing, which is putting people off, because that's not your intention. You want people to come to the page. You want to retain them on the page, and you need to find ways of engaging them. And if you are not engaging and they are exiting, you might want to contact 1 or 2 people who've unfollowed and just ask, look, I'm not angry. I just want to know why you left. I don't even want you back. Just want to know why you've left. It might reveal a few things about what you're doing wrong to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any further questions, folks? Because in all honesty, I have come to where I wanted to wrap up today. What I've done is I've shared 2 things. The first one is a Udemy course I created for people who want to make a social media page.
Okay.
People who want to make a Facebook page. It's a series of videos which walks you through how to, it's basically, you watch the video. If I click, you click. If I press, you press. If I move, you move. And by the time you walk through the videos, it will help you, 1, to set up the page, 1, to optimize the page, to prepare the page to grow. And then it spends a bit of time talking to you about tools you can use to create content. So I've shown you a video editor, a good video editor, which allows you to put your contact details and to put things over the screen so that it's not a blank video. It has your logo in the corner. Yeah, there is a video editor. There is a screencaster. Because sometimes all you want to do is show people how to do things on a screen. And you don't want a video for that one. You want to cast your screen and talk people through. So I've done a screencast software on there. There is an audio recorder session on there. There is one on a very popular tool for making infographics and making things to put on social media. So that's the first one, the Udemy course. The second one was a video I made on this very thing we are talking about, creating audiences on Facebook for a purpose. So if you're looking for supplementary material to what I've presented here, there is that video. I think it's about 30 minutes long or something like that, which talks through how to set up the page, why you set up a Facebook audience, what is inbound marketing and stuff like that. I have a few more on the page, but I just selected this one as the first one which popped up to signpost. So I am actually done speaking. Let's actually spend the rest of the time interacting. May your questions flow and may your feedback also flow.
Great.
Right, somebody asked for the link. Okay, I will copy the links and I'll paste the links for you, of course, no problem. So if you have any questions, if you have any requests, please feel free now to just let me know. So the first link, I thought I had it. No, I don't. Okay, I'll copy it again. Date and copy. Right. The shortcuts don't work on here, which is frustrating. Right, so the first link has gone up. It was Yet Ghana. I have shared. The first one is the Udemy course. The second one is the Facebook video. Please start from the Facebook video. The Udemy course is for people who are serious about going to make a page yourself. So start from the video with the audience creation. And then after that, you might look at the, there we go. Oh, Sarah, thank you. That is very kind of you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so, so much.
I think we should read this feedback that Sarah just posted. Sarah just said, this has definitely been the best social media engagement talk everything has been broken down in such a great way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Totally agree with Sarah. It's been awesome. I wish a lot of people could have joined, but I think we'll have to let you come back again. I mean, it's been awesome.
Anytime.
I'll just wait for people to, ask their questions.
Oh, thank you, Nesta. Really appreciate it too. You guys are very kind. But yeah, if you have any questions, if there's something, and oh, I forgot to say in the presentation, what is a good thing to do is to be a good student. When you are a good student, you are a good observer. So people will tell you, I am a monitoring spirit on all the big platforms on social media. I monitor almost everybody's page so that when people do new things, I become intrigued and I go find out what that is. And if it's good enough to implement on my page, I will try it on my page as well. I also monitor the bad pages so that I know the terrible things not to do on my page. So yeah, it's good to find model platforms, ones that you would like yours to be like, so that you can observe them. When I went to YouTube, for example, and I wanted to understand how to YouTube properly, I went to the Ankansime account, and I wasn't on the Ankansime account as somebody who was there to laugh. No, I go to the Ankansime videos with my exercise book and pen ready. And I'm looking at, so I mentioned humor, using humor to engage people. I refined my humor use from watching the Kansime videos. I saw the things that she did, which were funny to most people. So I was clear what most people find funny. There are times when she pushes the boundary too far and you know where not to push. Yeah, you learn things like that from watching other people's accounts. So you don't have to make the mistakes firsthand. You can watch other people's mistakes, you can learn from it and not repeat them. So yeah, please go on Facebook and watch people's pages and learn. Go to YouTube, find pages and monitor them and learn from them. Go to Instagram and do the same. And occasionally you might DM people and ask, hey, can you give me some pointers? And most people would, if you ask them. Okay, yes, Ghana, if you send me the page, I will follow the page. So I know, yeah, I keep track of what you're doing, yeah? Please inbox me, send me the link. I would love to follow, of course.
Wow, it's Amma. It's no, just give us more. I mean, give us more tips. Okay, I want to ask a question. I'm going to ask for everybody. What is the importance of social media presence in this day and age?
Are you kidding me? It's the most important thing you can't buy with money. Yes, Sarah also asked, does it boost your credibility? Absolutely. And actually, the funny thing with Facebook is the magical number is 10,000 followers. Put that in your mind. 10,000 followers. Until you get to 10,000 followers, you are insignificant. You don't count. On YouTube, the magic number is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Those two things have to be in the back of your mind, especially for those of you who are charities, because if you understand this clearly, you can leverage this for fundraising. So you've all heard of people who make money on Facebook. The people who make money on Facebook are people who have at least 10,000 followers and they have stayed within the community standards. You do not flout the standards. If you are on Facebook and you don't know the community standards, get off this seminar and go straight to find what their rules are. Because if you err against the rules, they will block you. They can even unpublish your page. It will become difficult for you to remain on the platform and for you to grow. So those of you who follow people's accounts on Facebook, there are some people who have a new page open every 6 months. And all the people they created, all the following they created is lost and they have to start again. No, it's a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. You want to know the community standards. You want to know the things that you can and cannot say on Facebook, the things you can and cannot post on Facebook. I know you are a charity on female genital mutilation, but please don't show a woman's body part because you want to show cuttings. No. It's against the community standards. It will not help you. You might want to look at other ways of getting your message across without showing graphic pictures. So go have a look at the community standards for both Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever platform you want to engage with. Make sure you know the rules. And for each platform, you also want to know the threshold. So for Facebook, it's 10,000 followers. They don't really worry about watch time on Facebook. On YouTube, it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. On Instagram, the magic number appears to be anywhere between 1,500 followers and about 2,000-3,000, depending on how active the page is. It's a little iffy on Instagram. It's not fixed. It's not fixed. It depends on engagement and interactions as well. And on LinkedIn, they don't seem to care because LinkedIn is not yet for these purposes. But yeah, if you manage to get your Facebook page to 10,000 followers, then you can monetize your Facebook group and life becomes interesting. When you monetize your Facebook page, the videos that you put out can receive adverts from people who want to advertise their stuff. And because Facebook and YouTube are using your video to advertise, they will pay you for the adverts they place. And yes, if you are lucky and you are able to grow your audience so large numbers of people watch your video, then yes, it's possible for one video to make $200, $1,000, depending on the numbers. Please don't go thinking every video makes $1,000. Every video gets about $1.75 per 1,000 views. So you really have to pull in the numbers for that to actually get significant. It's either that or you put out lots of videos so that a little here, a little here, a little here. But for you charities, monetizing your page is very good because it will be a stream of income outside your fundraising, which could be very useful to you. 10,000 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours. So get your YouTube videos flowing. 4,000 watch hours in 12 months is a lot of views. So start shooting those videos, start getting them out, go live on the pages and just keep engaging people. Oh, Adams, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm a teacher. So yeah, flowing is my thing. Ernestine, it's a pleasure. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. At my Facebook page, okay, Fred, I have a few. The ones of interest are Amma Manson 1. And there is one called Transformation Inc. Transformations Inc., which I am beginning to grow. I Need Science is also my page. So as you can tell, I have different niches and each niche has its own little page, but my main fan page is Amma Manson 1. On YouTube, it's Amma Manson 1. And I also have one, which might be useful to you guys. It's a brand new one. It's called Money Amma. And I talk about multiple streams of income, which would be very good for you charities. You don't want to always fundraise and be begging people for money. You want to use things like monetizing your Facebook page, things like network businesses, things like allied engagements, public speaking assignments and stuff like that to raise money for your charity. So yeah, Money Amma is a brand new baby one. I think I only have like 90 something, approaching 100 subscribers. But yeah, you want to go on a brand new journey with me, learning how to leverage and get money without begging. And that's a good place to watch. That's a good one to watch. Any other questions, folks?
Any other questions?
Says, what's the average time it can take to grow a social? Right, how long is a piece of rope? My YouTube page took 2.5 years to get the first 1,000 subscribers. And then the next 1,000 subscribers came in 4 days. That's how fickle it can be. That's how variable it can be. 2.5 years to get to the first 1,000 and then 4 days to get to 2,000. Some people will just open it and it will be straight up. It really depends on your network. It depends on the kind of page, what is prevailing in the environment at the time. Sometimes it takes one big account taking an interest in a video and sharing it, and boom, the whole world is on your page. All you can do is keep positioning yourself. That's it. And usually when you do the work, you get a break every now and again. You will get a break. Oh, you need more of my training. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I was just about to go on to that. So we need more. So we need to talk about follow-on training. Definitely, okay. Because this is really good. This is really, really good.
Yeah, we can schedule one more. I have 2 more weeks off in August. And then after that, it will have to be weekends. But yeah, and Shirley, let's talk and see what else we can do. And for those of you who are looking, I don't know, if you have a big organization and you want to book me privately to come and train your people, you can do as well. Yeah. Depending on what you do, I might do it for free like I've done here, or people actually pay me to do this as a consultancy.
Okay, we'll talk about the consultant, because I was going to ask that question, that just in case somebody wants to consult you regarding what you've taught us, because what you taught us is very, very broad. Just in case somebody wants to consult you so that you can tailor it to our needs. Is that possible as well?
Absolutely. I do one-to-ones, I do group trainings. If you have a look on so you go to ama-manson.com/shop, and you want to hover on the coaching and mentoring. And if you go to that address, that way you would find all the other things I do. I offer consultancies on a whole host of things. I market for some people. So some people want me to grow their pages. So you open the page and I become your page manager, and I advertise, I share your content, I shoot your content out and get people to notice you, and then you carry on and do your thing. I do a variety of things. You tell me what it is you want, and if I do it, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Clifford, you can WhatsApp me. It's only WhatsApp. Yeah. 00447947225503. It's a UK-based number, but I'm not in the UK right now, so no point trying to ring direct. WhatsApp only.
Can you tell us where you are, please?
I am in the United Arab Emirates. I am in a city near Dubai. It's a lovely city called Al Ain.
Wow. All right. Is there any more questions? If not, we have to call it a day. Any more questions? Wow.
No, they are being nice.
Amma, I don't know how to thank you. This has been very, 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 fruitful. Thank you so much. I'll definitely talk to you, and then we can have a follow-on training.
Absolutely.
Oh, somebody has just raised their hand. Augustine McCarthy, you just raised your hand. Yes, please ask your question.
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm fine. I'm Augustine McCarthy.
Hi.
Yeah, well, really, I have concern regarding like growing your network on social media like Facebook for NGOs. There are some NGOs who have policies that most likely, like for the subscription for you to subscribe, like for instance, like I saw Facebook sometimes send subscription, like if you want to attract 10,000 people, just subscribe $10 or $5. There are some NGOs that have policy that they want people to subscribe to their social media who definitely are in, like for instance, have interest in their vision and mission. They don't only want any other kind of person to just like their page, but they want people to really follow them for the purpose. So at times they don't just want to like allow people, all kind of somebody, just like for that person to like their page. So in situations like that, how do you expect you can able to grow your network so large?
Well, I think the NGO itself will have to understand a few things. Listen, the people who make up your numbers, they might be fanatics, but sometimes you also need the masses to be able to make your page relevant. The funny thing I've seen with Facebook is the bigger you become, the bigger Facebook will make you. If you're a big account, they will show your videos to everybody. If Facebook doesn't think you are significant, they will show your videos to nobody. So no, I know we all have our specific niches, but when you are setting out, you might withhold certain pieces of information only to share with your fanatics, but you don't exclude people. I don't think that's a good policy. Do you understand what I mean?
Sure. All right. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, and finally, those of you who joined late, can you please put your email address, your organization, your name in the chat so that we'll be able to send you the recording and the slides after the training, please. I think Augustine and Akapo, you just joined, so we can put that in the chat for us so we can forward you the link, the video recording and the slides. I think Auntie Emma will give us the PowerPoint presentation, so I can send it to you as well.
Yeah. I think I've sent you, Auntie Shirley, already, the PDF of it, right?
Okay, I'll email it to everyone. Okay. Yvonne, are you there? Do you want to say something? Yvonne? Oh, okay. All right. I don't even know what to say.
Okay, hello, Shirley, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, I just wanted to thank Amma for coming on the show and really teaching us and a lot about social media and growing our online presence. You know, I'm a social media novice, so I have learned a lot. For those of you who know me, governance is my area. Social media is not my area, so I'm glad we've got the expert in the house teaching us, you know, what we need to do. We would love for you to come back soon, Amma, and do a part 2 because we need more of your knowledge and your insight. But on behalf of NCVO Ghana and Heartfelt Philanthropy Network, which I represent, and everyone else on the call this evening, I really want to thank you for taking time out to share your knowledge and your experience with us.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I think I've just seen someone raise their hand, someone using an iPhone. So if you can fire your question. Yes. Can you hear me? Someone's, the ID is iPhone. You just raised your hand. Do you want to ask a question or just a mistake that your hand is raised? Okay.
Yes.
I want to thank Auntie Amma for such a wonderful delivery. I have been on Facebook for many years now. I never knew I can claim some money from Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, I created my Facebook account more than 10 years now.
Oh,
but
dear.
I've never gotten penny from Facebook. But I always go there, have fun, and just leave comment and other things, sometimes videos and things concerning gospel. But today you have made me understand that whilst I am using my data to entertain people, I can also get my money to buy my data back.
Yes, sir.
God richly bless you for the teachings and the training you have impart our life. I said that the next time NCVO Ghana call you, please be available for us because we are going to use you to impact Ghanaians.
I would love to. To be honest, what you said is one of the important things for me. Yes, I wanted people to know a lot of us are aware of Facebook use as consumers, but a lot of us don't understand the difference between being a consumer on Facebook and being a content creator. And yes, I told you about monetizing your video, but that's only one stream of income from Facebook. When your page grows, brands will begin to contact you and say, hey, can you share a video of ours? And usually they pay $100 per video. Sometimes just a post. They are called brand collaborations. And yeah, as your page grows and you gain traction, you begin to attract some of those things. So yeah, when people say that they are making, I have a friend who makes about $10,000 a month on social media. She used to teach with me, she's resigned. And at the moment she has a PA, she has a driver, she has, you know, and all she does is just social media.
Wow.
All she does is social media.
Wow. I think some more people have just raised their hands. It's Techno. If you can ask your question, I think your ID is Techno F1. You've raised your hand. Yes.
Yes. Okay, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. I have learned something new, which I am a bit lost, and I've created my Facebook account for a very long time. For a very long time, I just say 9 years, nine or 10 years. And what I have discovered, what I've heard about not begging monies from people, which I am not always begging, all the time. But I'm saying that with this training that I have gotten today, which I have never tasted in the rest of my life, I'm just saying that if I am working in any non-governmental organizations in my country, Cameroon, that I was just hoping to work I'm just hoping to work in some months to come. Is it if I'm lost for today? Is it possible that I can see contact you?
I have
some
put my Facebook pages and I've put my WhatsApp number out. So yeah, do feel free to reach out. Sometimes when I'm on the go, there might be a few hours in between, but I'll get back to you. I don't have a secretary. I still am a one-woman show. So sometimes you have to be patient, but I will get to you. Yeah, I will respond. Why not?
Okay, thank you, madam.
I'll also share the contacts with you on email as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Albert Kamara, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? This is getting very interesting, Amma. I'm really excited.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, great. I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with such a wonderful presentation.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. You guys are too kind.
Yeah. Talking about Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Of late, I observed that there is a particular restriction on the friend request which Facebook has imposed. Like if you have reached to an amount like 5,000 friends.
Let me stop right there. You are using a personal profile. And yes, the maximum friends you can have on a personal profile is 5,000. And if you open a Facebook page, like I explained, at the moment I have, I think, 23,000 people following one page of mine. Do you understand the difference? It's not, it doesn't make sense to operate from your personal profile. The algorithm doesn't work well with the personal profiles. You want to start a fan page. And actually that page, I only started on the 8th of September, 2018. I am very new on social media. Very new.
Okay, let me ask these questions. And to start with, is it that there is no possibility for you to extend to the number of requests?
That's the maximum.
Okay, another
thing. Why would you even keep 5,000 on a personal profile? I don't know. Open a fan page, then you have no restriction on the number of people who can follow your page. They are fans.
Okay, open this fan page. Is it a way for you to connect that personal account to that fan page so that at least those friends that you have in your personal account can be able to like know that you have really opened a fan page, and then they can like link or have a connection?
I apologize. The fan page is off your personal profile. So your personal profile is your main profile on Facebook, and you can open, I have 29 pages I manage. From the one personal profile, I have 29 pages I manage. And each page is for a particular thing. It has its own niche. But on a fan page, the good things about it is that I am admin on some pages which have like 1 million followers. That's what you want to do. You don't want to restrict yourself to 5,000 anyway. And there's no point attempting to grow. You will never be monetized on your personal profile, just so we are clear. You cannot monetize a personal profile. You can only monetize a public fan page. Are we communicating?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, more hands are raised. Augustine, did you want to ask another question, or it's just a mistake because the hand is still raised?
Sorry.
Yes, Augustine.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. I think there's a question in the chat, Amma, for you again.
Okay. Yes, yes. Your page will be linked to your personal profile. It's funny. Those of you who are interested in knowing how this works, I've put my fan page, Amamanson1. If you go to facebook.com/Amamanson1. If you open my page at the moment,
Amamanson.
Yeah, AMAMANSON. And when you log into the page, there is something called page transparency. And it tells you my company name, the company which owns my page. It tells you when the page was opened, how many people are account managers and which countries.
0044794722222.
Just only 2 2s, 225503.
Aunt Emma, can you call your number again?
Please, Aunt Emma is my mom. I am the daughter. My name is just Emma, okay?
Okay. Please, can you call your number again?
So it's 004. It's only WhatsApp, okay? 0044 79.
44. Come again. 79.
Yeah. 47.
4 722
55
55
03
03 0044 7947 225503.
That's the one.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Once again, Amma, thank you so. We've learned a lot today. I can't wait for the recording to be ready for us to just go over and over and over and listen, because we are doing so many things wrong. But that is why knowledge is power. So thank you so much. So I'm definitely very soon I'll talk to you, and then you can come back following on the question that you asked. For instance, I think people are finding it difficult to differentiate between personal profile and fan page. So things like that, how to create, practical stuff. I think next time, yeah. So we'll talk about it and see when we can you can come back again. It's been very, very, very fruitful. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure. And those of you who are interested in following things up, then go check the Udemy course that I recommended. Have a look at the course. It will show you how to set up the fan page. And yeah, by the time it walks you through, you will know the difference between them. You will.
Okay. Thank you once again for joining us today. As I said, our next training is on the 8th. I don't know why I logged myself. I muted myself. As I said, our next one is on the 8th of September. And the topic is going to be the role of branding for building effective NGOs. So we'll send you the flyer and the forms to register. I think some of you are new to our platform today. We have some people from Nigeria, Cameroon, and all that to our platform. So we really, really want to appreciate you for joining us. And I'm happy that you are, you're also happy about the training. So hopefully next time, join. We have so many things that we want to teach you, because our main focus as an organization is to impact the NGO sector in Ghana. And now I think it's going to West Africa. So our job is being done. So thank you very much once again for joining. As soon as the recording is ready, we'll send it to you and the PowerPoint as well, and all the contacts that Auntie Amma provided in the link. I'll send it all to you so that we'll follow on and get in touch with Auntie Amma. And very soon, I promise I'll get her to come back and share more knowledge with us. Thank you so much, Auntie. No, I'm not going to say Auntie Amma. Thank you so much, Amma, for your time. God bless you. God bless you, everyone, and good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.